Good morning. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below, as usual, right? This video is entitled Black Man, Cater to Yourself. Um, there's that statement, if you're not right, everybody else isn't right, right? You got to take care of yourself. Self-preservation is the law of the land. And when it comes to us and our community, everybody else gets their free time. Everybody else gets their me time. When it comes to America, everybody else gets their free time. Everybody else gets their me time. We don't. And, you know, from a male point of view, you expect to, go out there, take on the world, bring back as much as you can to the family and, to the friends, to the team. And after it's split up, they'll appreciate it and they'll admire your efforts and they will reciprocate by catering to you in certain ways. And that's fair, that's normal, but that's not what's happening for us. And not, when people try to interject with the sorry guys, I'm not even talking about the sorry. I'm talking about the go-getters. The go-getters don't even get that. Okay? So if the best of us that everybody knows is a go-getter is quote unquote a king, is the quote unquote the cream of the crop or the talented tenth or whatever, and they can't even get that, why would you think that the people beneath that would assume that they'll get it, So I'm just saying, brothers, cater to yourself. And I'm not talking about in a quote unquote sexual way. Guys say, because that's how sometimes we cater to ourselves. We go chase women and have sex and just get it out of our system because we're feeling like we're going to get what we deserve out of life, which is somebody giving themselves to us because we give ourselves to everybody else. But it's not the case for the most part. Like, let's be honest. Our community wants us to build and rebuild and keep. And the problem with that is it's always starting from scratch. Like, we can't build on something that we already built. They want us to build, tear it down, rebuild, tear it down, rebuild, tear it down. And, it's a perpetual state of starting at square one, and we're not feeling that. But even if we build and rebuild, there's no benefit to it. There's no benefit for us. So we got to cater to ourselves. You have an average conversation with the women, they'll tell you what they're not doing for no man. Who's cooking for you? Nobody. For the most part. Nobody. So you got to cater to yourself. You got to cook for yourself. Who's taking you out when you've taken people out numerous times and you've done numerous things for people? Nobody. You got to take yourself out. Cater to yourself. Who's buying you gifts when you've bought gifts for everybody else and brought things back for everybody else? Who? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't get it twisted, because I'm a prideful guy. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you're gonna take it as an insult that a person will wanna would do something for you, because we're so accustomed to, if somebody does something for us, it comes with it doesn't come from a genuine, sincere place. It always comes with some type of caveat of you owe me double. You know what I mean? So it's like, no thanks. I'd rather not. But the only time you probably realize somebody's actually catering to you is when they're willing to fight with you to cater to you. Like, no. This is what's going to happen. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of us, in some aspects, have an affinity for like our grandmothers, because they would stand their ground toe to toe and say, no, this is what I'm going to do for you because you deserve it. And they will fight with us because, we're not accustomed to getting what we deserve in life. and what we've earned. You know what I'm saying? So you got to cater to yourself. You know. Plus, we got to set the tone because while everybody is so accustomed to saying to saying that we're not doing anything for them while they're always getting things done for them by us, we're not doing things for ourselves. Everybody else needs a vacation. Everybody else needs validation, a pat on the back, or encouraging words, or a support system. You know, but everybody says we don't, and everybody plays along with the game that we don't. So we have to be that for ourselves, and we have to encourage ourselves. You know, we have to be a team of and people say, look, man, you're doing the right thing. Keep going where you're going. Whatever direction you're in, I'll help you. You know, we got to cater to ourselves. Cater to yourself. Because once you set that tone, it's like you have expectations of and standards of, you know, you're not going to take people lowballing you and shortchanging you as a man. You're gonna have a certain amount of high standards, you know, because everybody around us has these standards and expectations that they, you know, of their level of respect, of their level of effort that they're gonna expect from other people, at their level of attention, and if you don't meet and exceed their levels and expectations, move on to the next. And because we don't cater to ourselves, and we don't cater to ourselves, we act like we don't have those levels of respect, effort, and attention that we probably feel like we've earned and deserved. You know, so that's why I say they always say it's not what you get what you negotiate, because you can be worth more, but you negotiated yourself for less. And somebody was willing to shortchange you because, you know, you might deserve more, you might have earned more, but they negotiated with you to haggle you down to accepting, you know, less. You got to get yourself in a place where you don't accept less. Because, in all honesty, man, if you continue to accept less, you're not going to get better, because people expect you to cater to everybody, not anybody to cater to you. You know, I have a family photo album, and I had this one incident with a friend of mine, and she was looking through my family photo album, and she saw my great granddad. It's either great granddad or great uncle. I forget which picture it was. But for the most part, a lot of our family looks the same. And she looked at my I want to say great granddad, and she looked at him, and an old black and white photo. She's like, "Oh, he is so handsome," and I was so disgusted, because I'm not handsome to that friend, right? But I look pretty much like my great granddad. And I realized something that played in my mind, with my family, with my friends, with the women in the community, in my life at that moment. And it was like, you know why my great granddad is handsome to you? Because he's dead. If he was alive in my age, we pretty much look the same, he wouldn't be handsome to you. You have every excuse in the book to write him off as not being handsome, not being attractive, not being good enough. But now that he's dead and just a black and white picture, he saw these great things to you. And, you know, that's how the community sees us too, you know. So, you know, in my opinion, we need to just cater to ourselves, because, you know, our women don't do it. Our children are taught to dislike us and not cater to us, you know, and, you know, they'll only come around. Like, I watched the movie Fences. I watched pieces of Fences, and the hilarious thing was, People were upset at Denzel Washington's character in Fences. But I didn't hear the same outrage about the son growing up to be a grown man, constantly coming back every 2 weeks to get money from his dad when he had a woman. Because dad couldn't cater to himself. You know, dad can't go out there and find happiness anywhere. He's just there to get the life sucked out of him by everybody else. Nobody's going to cater to dad. You know, I get the having the child with another woman part. I get how that's disrespectful to your wife and all that other stuff. I do. But I also get that if you ask anybody, man, woman, or child in the black community, how do we treat black men? Horribly. Horribly. And like I said earlier in this video, it starts from the top. Even the best of us get treated horribly. The best of us aren't good enough. Oh, we need to be rich. Look how we treat the rich ones. Oh, you need to be attractive. Look how we treat the attractive ones. Oh, you need to be rich and attractive. Look how we treat the rich and attractive ones. Oh, you need to be smart. Look how we treat the smart ones. You know, oh, you need to be a go-getter. Look how we treat the go-getters. You can't, you know, I hate to say this, but for our community, the community itself, the men, women, and children are accustomed to expecting the men to cater to them and not give anything to the men. So, in my opinion, black man, you got to cater to yourself. And forget, you know, if people get their feelings hurt, so what? Does anybody care that they hurt your feelings? Most people say we don't have feelings. You know, we are that the Fruitvale Station scene of Oscar Grant picking up the pit bull in the street. Nobody else would do it. So, you know, we out, fam. Peace.